Doppelganger is not only the theme song of the newest Bocchi movie, but also said to be the legendary third song played at KESSOKU first gig. After the Anobando, bro has some confidence in this song. What could you possibly put after the song that reincarnated Guitar God? A song about our God. Wait, why would we worship ourselves? Today we look at the fragile heart, the split personality of Bocchi and Guitar Hero. Yes, I knew the mental illness wouldn't stop at social anxiety. As always, since the song is very new, there are no official translations, so I did it myself. Feel free to point out any mistakes or points you don't agree with in the comments. Footsteps approach you from behind, only for you to turn around and for it to be staring at you face on. How creepy. In the MV, we can clearly see Bocchi is in Guitar Hero mode performing on stage, and what creeps up on her is the shadow of Bocchi herself. Guitar Hero seemed to be very in the zone, performing amazingly until Bocchi appears in black and white. The Guitar Hero in Heat, the Guitar Hero hyped up is cooled down by a gun pointed at her. This is literally the manifestation of the don't trust anyone, even yourself meme. Just as Guitar Hero feels like she knows herself, can find her own heart, the other KESSOKU members start to become blurred and Guitar Hero starts to lose herself. Once threatened by the shadow of her other self, even the seemingly cool Guitar Hero on stage just reverts back to plain old social anxiety Bocchi. It's interesting to see that the background is the school culture festival, perhaps hinting the way Bocchi literally contemplates life on stage after her solo, or how Guitar Hero completely lost her cool edge when she dolphin dived off stage. It shows how the Guitar Hero persona only stays until the end of the performance, then she goes back to self-deprecation. I think what this first verse shows is Bocchi hates herself, to the point where she traumatizes herself. Literally. I say this because we know Bocchi wants to, loves shining on stage as herself, and that's possibly the only part of herself that she likes. So once the performance is finished every time, just as she starts to feel the part of herself she loves, she loses it again, mentally impairing herself. But it goes further. In the first chorus, the doppelganger, clearly Guitar Hero, tells Bocchi, I am you and you are me. Let's swap. As the MV shows Starry and the school stage, the two places where Bocchi went full Guitar Hero mode and ripped an insane solo. Clearly, this cool image is what Bocchi wants to give off all the time in her daily life, hence wanting to switch out. Because life is so difficult for the socially anxious Bocchi, Guitar Hero tells her, all you have to do is breathe in and breathe out. Just survive and everything will be okay. You don't have to fear anymore because I will save you. Looking at the MV, we see a monochrome Bocchi in a colorful world, with the other members not noticing the black and white Bocchi. It shows how Bocchi feels disconnected from the world, how she can't live like the others. Then when the song goes to That's All You Have to Do, opposite color coding appears, with the world becoming monochrome with a colored Bocchi standing behind Guitar Hero. This presumably represents Bocchi's inner fears, Bocchi's inner world. That's how she, a girl with severe social anxiety, sees the world. We then observe the color code change to Guitar Hero as she tells Bocchi to not be afraid, because she will save her. And we see Guitar Hero flash into Nijika, Ryo, and Kita. This is a really interesting scene because if you think about it, both the Guitar Hero and KESSOKU save Bocchi in a similar way by allowing her to play music online and on stage respectively. They're all the people that gave Bocchi meaning in an otherwise rock-bottom life. But despite this heroic message from Guitar Hero, Bocchi twists it into a different line of thought. Wouldn't it be easier if you just take over me, be me? Wouldn't that be saving me? After all, Guitar Hero is her ideal self, a confident, popular guitarist with many friends and a vibrant social life. She even has a boyfriend! She doesn't have Gex brain rot like me and the entire subreddit. Bocchi just doesn't want to be Bocchi. She just wants to be Guitar Hero. She wants the cowardly part of her, the weak Bocchi, to disappear. She only wants the ideal version of herself. On stage, what releases in her adrenaline-pumped brain performing with KESSOKU is dopamine, the performances that keep her running. She needs this to keep on living. She craves it. And once the greatest silence hits after the greatest performances, she loses herself, her ideal self, Guitar Hero, and goes back to the Bocchi she hates. I will never love myself. I can't. Bro's meaner to herself than YouTube comments to Mr. Beast. Interestingly, the MV shows this place by the school that Bocchi ran off to after becoming a human beatbox and sulking. Guess this is just a Suicide Watch park area. It's also where Kita admired Bocchi's penis. If it's Guitar Hero, there's nothing to fear because Guitar Hero isn't Bocchi. She's the ideal self, the popular one, not the useless one. That's simply the disparity of how Bocchi views herself and Guitar Hero. Second pre-chorus is pretty straightforward. Before she met KESSOKU Bando, Bocchi was at rock bottom, just creating music in a closet with no friends, until a light shone above and a hand grabbed her. And to the surprise of absolutely nobody but those with media literal deficiency, the light was Story and KESSOKU Bando, while the hand that reached out to her was Who is Nijika? The doppelganger once again says,
I am thou, thou art I.
But this time with a completely different context. You're actually okay with disappearing? Instead of encouraging Bocchi to hide, telling her she doesn't have to do anything, she asks the opposite. You're okay with this, just disappearing. You're the one that let out the very first sound. You're the one that started this story. What Guitar Hero wanted to tell Bocchi was, Guitar Hero was created by Bocchi. The one who first picked up the guitar wasn't Guitar Hero, it was Bocchi. The one that practiced hours upon hours every day in that closet to get where she is wasn't Guitar Hero, it was Bocchi. The one that met Nijika, met KESSOKU Bando, started to perform in front of people on a stage full of fear in her heart was the Bocchi, not the perfect, ideal Guitar Hero. As much as Bocchi hates her anxious self, what she never realized was that she was the one that had accomplished all of this, and Guitar Hero was just a persona. If Bocchi disappears, what will all that hard work and effort have been for? What KESSOKU Bando has accepted as their main guitarist is not just Guitar Hero, it's their friend Bocchi. It's Bocchi the Rock, not Guitar Hero the Rock. You even see it in the MV during the "Is it really okay" part. How they show the members to represent how the members love Bocchi as Bocchi. Just one weakness can just be a flavor. Social anxiety as a guitarist doesn't have to be a fatal weakness, it can just be a quirk. Everyone has weaknesses. What's wrong with having one called social anxiety? Even the band you admired when you were little were outcasts, weren't they? KESSOKU Bando accepts you for who you are and loves you, so there's no need to hide your pain or any tears anymore. KESSOKU Bando's main guitarist isn't Guitar Hero, it's Bocchi. And during the instrumental, we get a montage of all the places Bocchi has experienced, performed at. The lobby of Seishun Complex, the classroom of Wasurete Yaranai, the story stage of Anobando, the school festival stage of Seiza ni Naretara, and the shadow of KESSOKU Bando playing as one. I think the point of this is to show all that Bocchi has gone through, achieved. Guitar Hero is not the only one playing, it's both of them. Hence, I am you and you are me. And finally, in the final chorus, I am you and you are me from Guitar Hero holds a completely different meaning from what it first was. After Guitar Hero and Bocchi look at each other, face front for the first time, there's nothing wrong with being Bocchi. There's nothing wrong with being scared, but just surviving is not enough for Bocchi, said Guitar Hero. Maybe some people would be fine with that kind of average life, but Bocchi isn't like that. She has ambition, she wants to be famous, perform at a dome. She has that fire in her. And most importantly, as shown by the colored lyrics and the finally unblurred members facing Bocchi, she holds KESSOKU Bando's dreams. Therefore, they overlap. The overlapping part by lyrics feel like they're Guitar Hero, but the MV clearly shows KESSOKU Bando as one, which again, is an interesting point as they seem to both fulfill a similar role, to let Bocchi express herself through music. And they're able to do this because they're all people Bocchi looks up to in different ways. Nijika as a capable leader, Ryo for being herself, Kita for being Kitan, and Guitar Hero for being that idol she has always wanted to be. I see this figurative metaphor as a way of telling Bocchi, you don't have to just rely on Guitar Hero to perform, to live. You have the other members to support you now. So through this whole mental journey and through Bocchi's journey of trying to accept herself, Guitar Hero tells Bocchi, you can cry, you can be weak, and I will be strong and laugh when performing on stage. But you don't have to hide yourself from the world anymore. After all, I am you and you are me, and we're together in this. Goto Hitori would be incomplete without either Bocchi or Guitar Hero. That's why it's wrong to throw away Bocchi, to have Bocchi disappear, because we all live with our weaknesses, and that's what makes us, us. One particular thing I noticed is, as the song that comes right after Anobando, the message fits in incredibly. It's insane how much they thought this through. Production committee said, I'm gonna pull a Bocchi Yagami move. And if you'd watched my previous video, Anobando is basically Ryo saying, fuck what the world thinks, I will continue to be myself and stand proud for it. So for Doppelganger to be a song where Bocchi wants herself to disappear, where she wants to become her fake persona, it's like Bocchi hearing Anobando and taking Ryo's advice, accepting Bocchi as a vital part of herself. She might not be able to stand proud yet, but at least she knows that throwing her quirk away is equivalent to dying. I've also seen theories by the Japanese that this could be the third song in the school culture festival that they didn't do because Bocchi yeeted herself off stage, and well, while the MV does shift between the Anobando setting of story and the school festival stage a lot, it doesn't have as much of a connection with Seiza ni Naretara. Although I guess it is a great song for a final episode, so you decide if you want to believe that or not. Doppelganger is a song about Bocchi's inner struggles with her split personality. As someone who hates herself, it's a song about how her journey has taught her to not try to kill off the Bocchi part, but accept her weaknesses as a part of herself. In a strange way, it's very similar to the message Ryo sent out with Anobando, except the person Bocchi has beef with is herself. Having created a name such as Guitar Hero, she wants to live up to it, become it in real life, and stop all her social troubles. That's what Guitar Hero is. An ideal. Someone that has everything she doesn't. Yet something like social anxiety doesn't just change overnight. Just because she suddenly has a few friends and joined a band, her personality's not gonna do a 180 immediately. Core self-esteem doesn't exactly go stonks with one incident. At the end of the day, Bocchi is still Bocchi, and that's why it's so important for her to accept that side of herself and not only look at Guitar Hero, but at her true self. Guitar Hero is Bocchi, but Bocchi isn't just a Guitar Hero. I am you and you are me. Bocchi is that guitar pro that became popular online, but Bocchi is also that socially awkward weird girl. Both sides are what makes Goto Hitori, well, Goto Hitori. And what do you do in this situation? You should love yourself now. I mean that with 100%, with 1000%.